We're living in times where selling is really challenging and some companies are merely surviving. It's because if there's no sales, there's no profit, and with no cash, there's no chance for any business to stay afloat. So what is your strategy to increase revenue? Do you acquire new customers or do you try to retain your current ones? In other words, does your company's survival depend on client acquisition or client retention? The obvious answer is both. But if you think about it, it takes a lot more energy to acquire a new customer than to retain the one that you already have in your hand, doesn't it? So what are you doing to make sure your current customers don't leave? Hi, I'm Jennifer Baxavanis. I help sales teams and individuals with sales roles increase their closing rates. In previous videos, we've talked about how to prepare your sales team for success with proper training and strategic hiring. But today we'll go over the reasons why your customers leave. And once we understand that, it is easy to make adjustments to make them stay. Every business wants to acquire new customers, but the most successful ones are focused on keeping existing customers as they are on winning new ones. That's because existing customers provide growth without a lot of expenditure. Not only is losing clients a massive expense due to the loss in revenue plus the time and resources used to recoup that loss, but it can also be a very clear sign that your company is in terminal trouble. So one effective and efficient way to measure your company's results is your customer retention rate. And especially today, if you don't work hard to keep your customers, your business won't survive, and never mind thrive. Fortunately, customer droppings are highly preventable. How? Well, it's fairly easy. Focus on why they drop and then fix it. Only once you understand why your customers leave can you take the measures to prevent it from happening. So why do they leave? Whatever the sector, industry, or market, there are 4 universal reasons why customers go adrift. Number 1. First reason why customers go is because of the decrease in trust and relationship. Customers who don't feel valued by your company will take their business elsewhere. Every B2B sales rep knows that their role is to undersell and over-deliver, because if you don't live up to your promises, you've failed. Once the customer loses trust, they will be on the hunt for another supplier. So are you living up to the customer's expectations? Are you making them feel valued? Making them feel valued is one of the ways to make them trust you. So every meeting, every follow-up, every inquiry, every pitch, and every cold call provides an opportunity to build trust and nurture your relationship with your customer. So make every interaction count. Number 2. Second reason why they leave is because your product or service has decreased value for them in their eyes. I mean, face it, we're living in an ever-changing world. Technology changes, fashion changes, and culture changes. And customers' wants and needs are always changing in line with that changing world. So your service or product must keep up with those changes. A brilliant idea and successful business 5 years ago could very well be redundant now because the product or service is already outdated, obsolete, or has been replaced by something better. So if you want to keep your customers happy, keep innovating according to their needs. If you don't offer what your customers want, they will definitely buy it from a company that does. Number 3. The third reason is an interesting one, and it comes from Simon Sinek's famous TED Talk, The Golden Circle, and it's his famous why. So what does your company stand for? My next question is, what is its purpose? And most importantly, does your sales team know the answers to those questions? If your team cannot clearly and concisely articulate your company's core rationale, their why, your business faces a perilous future. I mean, how can your sales team be expected to sell your company's vision if they don't even know it? And if the sales team is not convinced and inspired by your company's reason to exist or your why, customers won't be either. Number 4, lastly, is the X factor or the experience factor. Does your customer describe their experience as 5-star or excellent from start to finish? Because they should. And that is why today's customers expect And they are pretty vocal about what they expect through their reviews and referrals. And it's not just about delivering a service or product, it's about the whole process from selling it to delivering it. The solution isn't at any specific point of the process, but rather in adding value at every step to enhance your customer's experience. And each customer may have different needs and at different points. So, if you have customers that are going to your competitor, it could be worth figuring out why. My suggestion is to sit down with your sales team and map out your lost customers across the 4 points we've discussed and see where they fall. Once you have determined which area needs some more support, restructure your process there or add some sales training for the whole team to rectify this weak area and keep your customers happy and, most importantly, spending. Speaking of spending, in my next video, I will share how to get the most spend out of your existing customers. I will discuss the crucial points to succeed in upselling and cross-selling. So stay tuned for that video. After watching this video, have any of the points that we've discussed of why your customers leave really jumped out at you? Please let me know your opinions in the comment box below. I'd love to hear about it. If you enjoyed this video, you can find more valuable information on how to make the most of your sales training opportunities on my blog, along with other tips and tricks and thoughts on how to improve your sales. Thank you. I'm Jennifer Baxavanis. Stay strong and happy selling.